Friday Night Lights is brought to you by Baylor Scott and White Health.
Well, welcome to Week 9 of Friday Night Lights. I'm by myself tonight. Nikki Latterillo is on vacay, and we'll hear from Curtis Quillen coming up in just a bit. Of course, there's nothing like high school rivalries. You know, if your team wins, you have bragging rights for life. Tonight, the 65th annual Battle of the Bell kicked off in Rockdale without a district championship on the line. Packed house at Tiger Stadium with the Bell stay maroon, although Rockdale once again get the painted blue. You want to know how much these teams want that bell? Rockdale's helmet says, take it back on the back of that helmet. Opening kickoff, Tigers go with the reverse to Cameron Valdez. He's going to take off, avoiding tackles across the Tiger 45, but Rockdale would go 3 and out. So not a good start for the Tigers there. Ensuing Yo drive, handoff to James Dubose off the right tackle. He's going to take off 41 yards down the Rockdale sideline. He'll get all the way down to the 2-yard line. Next play, Dubose. Yet again, he's getting the handoff, and he's going to go right across with a touchdown. Yoemen strike first, 7-zip. Tigers are forced to punt yet again. Ensuing drive for the Yoemen. 4th down, they go to the Wildcat to Nico Vargas. He keeps it, needs 3, gets 3. Next play, Braden Brashear on the play action finds Kobe Young. 21 yards, it's 14-zip, Yoemen after 1. After a Rockdale fumble, Brashear on play action to Vargas. Watch this, hurdles a Rockdale defender, but Yo would turn it over on downs. So Rockdale, their offense finally gets some kind of rhythm going inside a minute to go in the half. Valdez on the first play of the drive, picking up almost 50 yards, but the Tigers would miss a field goal at the buzzer, giving the Yoemen a 14-0 halftime lead. Right now, hey, that just went final. Cameron Yo, the upset over number 10 Rockdale, 34-3.
This week's Game of the Week is sponsored by Baylor Scott and White Health.
And Curtis Quillen has been at this game from the very beginning. He joins us live from Tiger Stadium. Cameron Yo, hey, that's a big win, especially on the road, Curtis.
Yeah, Nick, it is a huge win that basically makes sure that not only Cameron gets to wear their dark jerseys in the first round, which with the district they're paired in is a huge deal, they get to avoid Grandview, they get to avoid Whitney in the first round. And if you want to know how recently this game went final, the Yoemen haven't even been able to celebrate with the bell yet. 31-3 is the final tonight. Cameron won this game on defense for 2 elite offenses. This game was won on defense. The Yo defense came out to play their best performance of the season so far against a potent Rockdale offense. And so, I mean, we might as well give it to them. It's the trophy they don't care about tonight. The Game of the Week champion for Week 9, the Cameron Yoemen. We will hear from the head coach of the Yoemen, Tommy Brashear, and a player or two coming up later in the show, Nick. For now, we'll send it back to you in the Temple Studios, where it's nice, warm, and you can probably feel your face.
Of course I can. Looks like you stuck your finger in a light socket. That hair is on fire right now. All right, let's stay in District 10, 3A Division 1. Now with Rockdale losing, that means Academy would need to win its remaining 2 games with some help in order to make the playoffs. Tonight, the Bees scored off against Gerald, who's lost 3 in a row. First quarter action, Academy's Ryan White going to hand it off to Trenton Flanagan for a Bumblebee first down. So that's a good start. That's a start that the Bumblebees did need in this game here. A couple of plays later, White tries to toss to Tegan Jones, but it's incomplete. Good defense right there by Gerald. Now the Cougars, Heron Rodriguez lobbed it deep to Tegan Jones says, no, sir, it's my football. Interception. It was scoreless after 1. Let's go. Late fourth quarter. Gerald holding on 37-35. That's a good one there. Let's head out to Merckfield. Number 4 Rogers hoping to keep its perfect record alive against Lexington. The Eagles leading 7-zip, 2 minutes to go in the half. Rogers, Heath Schiller makes a short gain. The Eagles would have to punt, though. Lexington, Sheldon Springer keeps the football for a short game himself. That is in the red zone. Time running out. Springer, not George Springer, but this Springer lobbed to Jared Kerr, but it's incomplete. Eagles led 7-zip at the half. They would hold on to win 14-6. Hey, we're just getting started right here on Friday Night Lights. When we come back, we're going to dive right into Class 6A. Welcome back. Let's move up to Class 6A, where tonight Belton and Elliston were two teams on the outside looking in. Both teams would need to win out and get help. The bad thing is a loss tonight would pretty much eliminate them from the playoffs. Out to Tiger Stadium we go. Huge 12-6A matchup. Elliston's football. Handoff to Jamaja Harris. He goes for the side here to the sidelines, making a few Tigers miss right here. Solid run for the Eagles. Look at that. Nobody's going to catch him right there until somebody finally does. Then, once again, Harris goes right through the middle for the touchdown. Eagles are rolling. Then, Eagles back with the football. Felifa Malga throws it. Looks like a perfect pass, but, oh, nice play by the Tigers. That's denied. Belton's ball. Riley Madden has the snap to DeMonte Smith. Comes in right there, but incomplete. Let's go to the final. Belton, they hold on to win 14-12. All right, a win by Harker Heights would put them in a tie with Shoemaker for the third in District 12-6A. A loss by Coppers Cove would eliminate the Bulldogs from playoff contention. Coe's ball, Micah Cox runs the ball through a giant hole right there. Coe's ball again. Cox runs the ball down the sideline for a Bulldog first down. Then Brandon Ortega with the football, but the Knights are not letting him have it right there. Great job by the front four. Knights with the football, fumble the snap. Sean West, he's able to somehow pick it up, get a couple of yards right there. And then the pass to Marcus Maple. He's tackled immediately. The ball's recovered by Christian Tiasasupo for the Bulldogs. He's going to take it all the way. Is he going to the house? Is he? I think so. He does go to the house. Let's go to the big board. Coppers Cove, they win 21-16. Down the road in Temple, Wildcats playing host to a Waco High team still in search of its first win of the season. Temple legend Brad Dusick out for the midfield for the ceremonial coin toss. We'll hear from him in just a bit. We'll pick it up second quarter. Temple leading 12-6. Samari Howard right up the gut, gain of 14 and a Wildcats first down. 3 plays later, Thomas McVeigh takes the handoff and walks in from 25 yards out. It was 19-6 Wildcats. Then less than 2 minutes before the half, Howard goes play action. Finds a wide open Tyson Magana. Listen, Waco High did not cover this guy on this series because guess what? That very next play, Howard, Magana, yet again, wide open. Where's he at? That will lead to a touchdown. Temple goes on the win, 57-13. After the game, we caught up with Temple legend Brad Dusick.
Oh man, it's great. I feel like I got a uniform on. I'm ready to get out there and get with it. And Temple, Texas is one of the great football towns in the state of Texas. And it's a tradition, and we want to keep it going.
Great to see Brad out tonight. Last night, the battle for second took place at Leo Buckley Stadium. Midway coming off its first district loss since 2013. They haven't lost on the road since district play in 2007. First quarter, Midway opening drive. That is Will Nixon converted on the first down. Later in the drive, Nixon from the 2. Midway's got a 7-zip lead. Gray Bulls would answer. Handoff to Kajari Herrera at the 50. He goes right tackle. Down the sidelines, cuts back to the middle. He's gone. That ties the game at 7-7. So let's go first play of the second quarter. Nixon again, right up the middle, 42 yards. Midway leads 14-7. Shoemaker says, hey, not so fast. Ty Bell on the option. You'll see him coming in your screen. Look at this run. He's going to take a nasty hit coming up, and he's going to deliver that boom, big hit, first down. Bell, once again on the option. He's going to make a cut right here. He's going to score this touchdown. 2-point conversion's good. Shoemaker led 15-14 at the half, but Midway would outscore them 21-zip in the second half. They win 35-15.
I mean, I'm definitely going to sleep better this weekend. You know, it was a rough week for everybody. You know, players, coaches. You know, you're hearing from all sorts of people, and oh gosh, what's happened? What's happened? And I'm like, I don't know. First loss in 40 games, and so. But hey, I'm real proud of these kids. They took it personal. They came out with some fire, and they got after it.
Midway will host Temple next Friday night. Let's drop down to Class 5A. University playing host to number 1 Aledo. Bearcats got started early. Third play of the game. Aledo running back JoJo Earl catches a slant. He's gone 60 yards to the house. And just like that, Aledo's up 7-zip. Remember, Aledo very, very good. Like really, really good. Ensuing kickoff, Trojans cough it up. The Bearcats pounce on it. Deep into Trojan territory. It's back to early. and he's going to dice it up the middle to put the Bearcats up 14-0. Now, can the Trojans come back? Well, let's see. Jeremiah Stroop, he thinks so. Gashes the Bearcat defense for 25 yards and a first down. The Trojans, they're in business right now, but the defense would stiffen up. We go to the final score. Lido wins big, 77-10. All right, guys, it's time to announce our Battle of the Bands winner between China Spring and La Vega. China Spring is the big winner tonight. And I'll tell you what, congratulations goes out to them. Take a listen. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
This week's Game of the Week is sponsored by Baylor Scott and White Health.
Let's head back out to our Game of the Week where Cameron Yoe knocks off number 10 Rockdale 31-3. Curtis Quillen joins us live from Tiger Stadium with the winning team. Curtis?
Yeah, Nick, 31-3 is the final. The first game this season that Rockdale has been held out of the end zone. Both defenses played their best game of the season. But when you hold a team out of the end zone and you keep them to a field goal after they get set up first and goal from the 1, you're going to win a lot of football games. Joining us now live is the head coach of the Cameron Yoemen, Tommy Brashear. Coach, you get to keep the bell for another year. Before you even think about what this means in the grand scheme of things, to be able to take that back to your alma mater, back to your hometown tonight, what does that mean?
Well, it means a lot. It means a whole lot to our community. It means a lot to our kids and our school. And, you know, this game had a lot of implications, playoff seeding, things like that. But bringing that bell home is always one of our goals. And you know, I think it's 40. I think that made it 44-21 overall. But here in recent years, it's been kind of back and forth. So it feels good to, you know, to not have to give it back over. And I told the kids that bell doesn't like being painted blue and gold. Let's keep it home tonight. And they did a good job of that.
I mean, this is a big win from a playoff perspective too. This essentially gives you at the front of the row for a 2 seed.
Yeah.
How big is that to be able to wear your dark jerseys the first round and avoid a team like number 1 Grandview or like a really good, really electric Whitney team the first round?
Right. Well, it's always the higher your seed, you know, you're supposed to get a better run at the playoffs, you know, first couple rounds especially. So that's definitely a goal. We want to be as high seeded as we possibly can. You know, we got 2 more weeks, and you got to enjoy this one tonight and get ready for Maine and New Tech and then a tough Lago team down the road. So we still got a lot of ball to play, but, you know, in the driver's seat for that 2 seed is where we wanted to be after this game tonight, and that's where we are.
To see your defense play its best game of the season against arguably the best offense you've faced all year,
Definitely.
How big is that?
It's huge. We feel like our defense is getting better and better the last few weeks, but this is by far the best offense we've faced all year. Tons of guys that are explosive playmakers, and you know our goal was to prevent those big plays, and I think we only gave up a few tonight. We did still give up a few, but a lot more than what they're used to. So our defense, Coach Balch, the defense coordinator, the rest of the defensive coaches, our kids carried out that game plan that they set up just awesome tonight, and it was fun to see those kids. They had fun out there. They felt great about the game plan. They felt great about how they played, and of course we all do after the turn, the way it turned out. So can't say enough about those guys. They played awesome.
Coach, congratulations. Best of luck to you down the road.
Thank you.
The Yoemen are winners of the 65th Battle of the Bell, 31-3. That's it for the NBC portion. We're headed to your smartphone, your computer, KCENTV.com, the KCEN Facebook page, and the 6 News and mobile app. See you there.
Friday Night Lights is brought to you by Baylor Scott and White Health.
Welcome back to our live stream portion of Friday Night Lights. It's been a wild night so far in week number 9. It got even wilder tonight with a big upset. Cameron Yoe keeping the bell yet again, knocking off number 10 Rockdale by the final 31-3. Curtis Quillen has been at Tiger Stadium all night long, and he joins us where, man, I tell you what, now Cameron Yoe, like you mentioned to Coach Brashear, they're in the driver's seat for that 2 spot, which is very crucial.
Yeah, Nick, this was a huge win for more reasons than just the fact that it is one of the greatest rivalries in Texas high school football, one that, Nick, you and I nerded out about in the office earlier this week. The Yoemen, they keep the bell. It'll stay maroon for another year. They win it 31-3 over the 10th ranked Rockdale Tigers. I'm joined now by the quarterback who led it all for the Yoe offense tonight, Braden Brashear. Braden, You guys faced a defense that played its best game of the year. What was it that won this game for y'all in the end?
Just the physicality and the mindset we were going to win. I mean, that's the most physical our O-line and our running backs, too, have been all year. And then our defense, I mean, I don't know what got into them, but that was amazing.
To see your defense play that way, how easy was it to feed off of that energy and put some drives together at key moments?
It was great. I mean, we just knew, I mean, they had our back, and even if we messed up, they were going to do their job and help us out. But, I mean, they played great, and they're the reason we won. I mean,
to see Nico run, I mean, one of the plays that we put on film was him trucking a guy. Another one that we put on TV was him hurdling a guy. Does it hurt to watch him run almost?
I mean, yeah. I mean, when he makes his mind up that he's going to make a good run, I mean, he does, and there's not much you can do about it. I mean, he runs through people, over people. I mean, whatever he wants to do, basically.
Y'all schedule coming, these last 2 weeks. You've got New Tech next week, and then the week after that you have one of the two most physical teams in the district, Lago Vista, to end the season. What is it going to take in those last 2 weeks so that you guys feel better than you do now about a potential playoff run?
Just having good weeks of practice and executing. I mean, like turnovers and missed assignments and stuff like that. I mean, we just got to execute, and we'll feel good going to the playoffs.
You and your dad share a bond more than just father-son. You guys were both quarterbacks wearing the same jersey. You guys both get to take the bell home with you. How special is this tonight for you guys?
I mean, it's definitely special. I mean, everybody's goal in Cameron or Rockdale is to get the bell. I mean, if anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying. I mean, winning the bell is huge. I mean, his 2 years on varsity, we won the bell, and now I did that too, and that feels great.
I'm going to ask you one question, and I think I know the answer to this one. You want to ring that thing?
Yes, sir.
Go for it, man. Cameron Yo wins the bell, 31-3 over Rockdale. There he is, Braden Brashear, Cameron Yo quarterback, ringing it as a senior. Braden, best of luck to you guys moving forward, 31-3. Nick, we'll send it back to you in the studios. We'll talk big picture in a moment.
All right, ringing that bell means dinner time, and trust me, that man ate up Rockdale tonight. All right, let's move up to Class 4A. At one time, China Spring La Vega, they were the game that needed to be replayed on Instant Classic because they were so good. This season, the Cougars are just so young, while the Pirates have been able to pick up where they left off a year ago. Both teams trying to move up the standings in District 5 4A Division 1. Landry Keene takes a high snap, bobbles it. That's probably the best thing to do because he takes off, makes one cut back, makes two defenders miss, off to the house. Pirates leading 7-zip early. La Vega would stick to the ground game here. Elijah Cummings, you'll see him in your picture. He's going to take the handoff. He's going to break a couple of arm tackles and leaps into the end zone to make it 14-0 La Vega. On their next possession, Landry, he's going to fake it to Jarque Walton, pitches it off to Cummings. He's in for his second touchdown of the night. 21-zip at that point. All La Vega in this one, 49-17. Over in District 8 4A Division 2, Mejia traveled to face off against the Robinson Rockets. We'll pick it up midway through the second. Robinson quarterback Joseph McHenry scans the field, escapes the pressure, waves to the defense. He's in for the touchdown. But next Rocket possession, the Black Cats punch the ball out. They're going to pounce on it, and they are in business. Turnovers. This is Gerald Wiley for the Black Cats. Going to fight for every single inch, and he is off right here. Look at that. Then the jet sweep, old school play right here. He's going to bounce it outside, almost breaks loose, but he's in Black Cat position. Really good field position right here. Look at that run right there. That's inside the red zone. Then Trey Jones. He's going to pound through his way to the defense, reclaim the lead for the Cats. Let's go to the big board. It was all Mejia in this one, 41-24. Over at Eagle Stadium, Salado in a three-way tie for second with Mejia and Fairfield to win tonight against Madisonville. Would keep pace with everyone in 8 4A Division 2. First quarter, Tyrese Brown calls his own number, sprints up the field, 25 yards, and a Mustang first down. 4 plays later, it's Brown again, 8 yards on the touchdown run. Extra point was no good, so it was 6-0 Madisonville. Salado would answer, though. Handoff goes to Rook Brown. He cuts to the sidelines, 18 yards on the touchdown run, but hey, hold on a second. Holding on the Eagles, bring it back. Well, guess what? They go back to Brown, bounces off a crowd of defenders, coming right towards my camera, along with everybody else. He's in for the touchdown, 20 yards out. Salado rolls tonight, 43-15. A win tonight by number 2 Connolly would wrap up a district championship. Cadets played host to the Eagles from Fairfield. Justin Abram hands off to Jermichael Hudson, fights his way into the end zone. It's 14-6 Cadets. All right, that would be all for the Eagles as Keegan Alejo going to take the snap here. Hands off to Kevin Gaithier, and Kavion lunges over to cut the score to 14-12 after the missed two-point conversion. And Kagan going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw it deep to a wide-open Corey Black, who can also play some offense. That man is fast. He's got reservations for 6, 19-14 at that point. And Connolly, they hold off Fairfield 40-35. Down in 2A, big matchup in Crawford. Pirates scoring off against DeLeon. Barry Roy, he had a front row seat for this one. Picked things up second half. All tied at 7. DeLeon trying to get something going here. Stopped short after a short gain. It was a hard-hitting defensive game. Bearcats driving. Trey Lopez decides to keep it, but he is stripped of the football right here. And the Pirates, they're going to jump on it. Turnovers, man, that's a whole difference in the ball game. Pirates driving on the length of the field here. It's Breck Chambers looking for the end zone, but he's going to be stopped just short. Then after an offsetting penalty, the junior Garrett Pearson finds the end zone. Pirates up 14-7. A defensive game throughout. Look at this. Pirates, they win 21-7. Could San Saba remain unbeaten on the season as Valley Mills trying to pull the upset tonight? First play from scrimmage. The Golden Armadillos off and running. Sean O'Keefe's pass in the flat to Eli Salinas, and he does the rest all the way for the touchdown in your living room. San Saba up leading early. Valley Mills looking to answer and try to set the tone for their offense. Spencer Eccleton going to plow ahead for 4 yards against that tough defense. And then 2 plays later, the Eagles, well, they can't get the first down here in just a second. You'll see, because San Saba has just been so good throughout the year. They would end up having a punt. Later in the first quarter, San Saba with the football, using the hurry-up offense, and they are just driving the ball down the field. They would score a touchdown. Salinas takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. They would punch it in. It would be 13-0 at that point. San Saba undefeated. They roll tonight 43-0. All right, let's go back to Curtis Quillen real quick. He's back at in Rockdale with Cameron Yo knocking off those Tigers. They bring back the Battle of the Bell. Curtis, while we wait for head coach Alan Hare to come on the line with us, I mean, just talk about District 10 3A Division 1. That's shaping up to be a really good one to the photo finish here.
Yeah, I think you said it best. It looks like it's going to be these two teams here. Troy is probably going to win an outright district championship. And then it looks like Lago Vista is going to be that 4 seed. Rockdale already beat Lago, so if they both wind up with tied district records, Rockdale does have the tiebreaker to the 3 spot coming out of District 10 3A Division 1. That's big, because if you're the 4 seed coming out of District 10, congratulations. You earn a date with the defending state champion, the favorite to win it again, and the top-ranked team in the state in 3A Division 1, wire to wire so far, the Grandview Zebras, who have, by the way, the greatest run out in Texas high school football. It's a big win for Cameron. This basically sets them up to face the Teague West winner in the first round. That district looks like it's going to wind up shaping to be Grandview, Whitney, Teague, and West. I'm sure McGregor has something to say about that. McGregor needs some help to get there, and they need to win out to get there as well, but it's certainly not mathematically out of the equation. Definitely, though, a stellar performance. Guys, I'm having trouble processing how good the Yo defense was tonight, because do you know how hard it is to keep Rockdale out of the end zone? Jace Robinson is one of the area's leading passers. Cameron Valdez is one of the area's leading rushers. They stuffed both of them. The defense made Robinson look really uncomfortable tonight. They just looked really, really good, Nick. If Cameron plays like that, they're going to be hard to beat. They really are.
Rogers won 14-6. And I think you spoke about yesterday how Lexington, don't look at their record. They played I believe, a brutal non-district schedule, and it showed. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with Rogers tonight, who is by far would have been one of the best teams in the state.
Lexington played one of the toughest non-district schedules in all of 3A football, so that record is just so deceiving. And, I mean, Jeff Miller was the first one to say it earlier this week. Yeah, Lexington's down by their standards, but they're not a terrible football team, guys. Like, that is a team. I mean, you don't beat Clifton this year by accident. Clifton is a good football team, and Lexington beat Clifton. Like, That doesn't happen by accident. I think Rogers, man, they're just a buzzsaw this year. And Charlie Roden, if you are watching this, I'm going to look straight into the camera. Charlie Roden, sir, if you are watching this, you guys are really, really, really good this year. Man, that is an impressive win from Rogers. When you've got 19 returning starters from a playoff team last year, it's going to be pretty easy to win. And I'm going to, I'm not saying anything Coach Roten wouldn't say either. I think he would agree with that as well, knowing him as well as I do. Man, Rogers is going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
A heck of a season so far, and we're almost done. We're coming down the home stretch. Curtis, I know it's cold out there. I know you've been up super early. I got to get to a wedding here. I got to be there in about, actually, I got to leave in about 8 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Great job out there, my friend. Week 10, it's going to be a dandy.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll have to figure out which one of these 2 district championship games we want next week. My friend, be safe on the road. We'll talk to you later.
All right, you guys be safe. All right, we appreciate you guys once again joining us here on Friday Night Lights. Week 9 is complete. Week 10 is coming up next week. Midway, Temple, there's a lot of games going on. Bosqueville's playing for, a lot of district championship implications. So we will see you next week under the lights. Have a great weekend.